Hey guys, Ricardo with Phastek.com. Today we're going to be swapping out our factory headlights in our 2016 Camaro, and we're going to be swapping them over to the Spyder sequential headlights. Now these new headlights are going to provide a much brighter light output when compared to the factory dingy OEM bulbs. Now these headlights are going to feature a bright DRL and sequential turn signal function. Everything for this installation is going to require us to remove the front bumper, but once that is done, everything going back together is going to be a simple plug and play. Starting off under the hood, we are going to remove the 6 bumper screws and the 2 push pin retainers. Doing this will loosen the top side of the bumper. On the bottom side of the bumper, we are going to have to remove the 12 7mm screws holding our front splitter and lower portion of the bumper to the lower support. For the passenger side of the bumper, we will have to remove the 4 screws holding the fender liner to the bumper and fender. Then we can pull back the fender liner to view the 3 screws on the side of the bumper and the 4 screws holding the top portion of the bumper to the fender. Remove the 3 screws on the side along with the retaining bracket that may come loose. On the driver's side, we will repeat the same process as the passenger side with the addition of the main wiring harness. With all the screws removed, we can finally unclip the wiring harness and disconnect it from the main location. Then remove it from the push pin retainer holding the harness to the headlight bracket. With all those components removed, we can remove the bumper by pulling the sides of the bumper loose and then pulling on the top side to remove it from the mounting point. Then carefully remove the bumper and set it aside. With access to the factory headlights, we can remove the 4 7mm screws holding the headlights to the mounting location. On the back side of the headlights, remove the wiring harness by pulling back the red retaining clip and pushing the tab to remove it. Remove the harness from the turn signal as well. Repeat this process on the driver's side headlight. With the headlights aside, we are going to have to swap over the factory turn signal connector. Remove the factory bulb and install the Spyder harness in place, then install the connector to the Spyder headlight. With the headlight assemblies ready to be reinstalled, connect the electrical connections and bolt the headlight to the factory location. Alright guys, now with the Spyder headlights installed and before we put the bumper back in place, we're going to go ahead and go through a quick systems check. This is just to ensure that the DRLs are working, the turn signals are operating properly, and the high and low beam are operating as well. If there is an issue, it is easier to fix while the bumper is off before we put the bumper back on and have to take it back off again. If everything is working correctly, we can go ahead and put the bumper back on and finish the installation. To wrap up the installation, reinstall the bumper in reverse order that we took it off. Now there you have it, guys. With the bumper back in place, we can sit back and take a look at the new style the Spyder headlights add to our Camaro. After the installation, we did have to adjust the lights to give us the perfect beam pattern so we can get a better view of going down the road. A simple turn of the adjustment screws will allow us to get the beam pointed in the right direction. Now this installation will be the same for any of the Spyder headlights, be it an RS or non-RS Camaro. The bumper and headlight removal is the same process. Now it's just a matter of finding the right set of headlights to fit your model. As always, thank you for watching. If you would like any more information about the Spyder headlights, go ahead and click the link in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos.